Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Very Big Comedy Quiz. I'm Chris Forrest. I'll be your host for this evening. It's wonderful to have you all here. Well, I don't know how many of you are here yet, but I know there are people joining us all the time. So, as I said, it's wonderful to have you all. Sorry, I'm just doing some last-minute adjustments. I am very privileged to be hosting this on behalf of the RRRA. There's a lot of R's. We've added a couple of extras because we're into giving stuff away. So this is the RRRA Very Big Comedy Quiz Edition. Well, I should say the Very Big Comedy Quiz RRRA Edition. Anyway, so it's lovely to be here. It's lovely to have all of you. I don't know how many of you have entered so far. I don't know how many of you there we go, are doing this for the first time. Sorry, if I look down, it's just so that I can read your comments. So feel free to comment as much as you like. It's lovely to see always. Hello, Fahima, Lilo, Madeline, Nomkwele. I'm assuming I pronounced that correctly. Please correct me if I didn't. Anyway, so yes, we're going to have some great fun tonight. And luckily, it's not just me, so you don't have to stare at a weird balding ginger the whole time. I have one of your esteemed committee members who's going to be hosting this quiz with me this evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to introduce a fabulous friend of mine. You might recognize him from the TV, but probably not because I've never seen him on it. It is a guy you might recognize. He lives, what's the name of his road?
Winston.
Winston Road, just around the corner from you. He is the wonderful Irvin Sammons.
Yay! You are muted. Unmute yourself.
Irvin is pulling the stunt where you mute yourself for meeting. Oh, there we go.
Don't give out my address. It's confidential. There's a lot of people that really want to kill me and stuff.
No, you're not that special, Evan. Yes, I'll give you my address. I'm at number 62, Winston.
Sorry for my neighbours. Opie.
So welcome to hosting co-hosting your very first Very Big Comedy Quiz. Irvin's a regular participant, first-time host. I have a big stick in my hand because I do impressions. This is me doing Edward Zuma. Actually, I'm not sure why I have a stick in my hands. Luckily, my wife has taken it away now. Right. So we're doing this all just to somebody said, good evening, Barry Hilton. Well, weirdly enough, you know how Barry Hilton calls everybody my cousin? His cousin lives up the road from me here in First Avenue. True story. Did you know that?
No.
So there's a builder called Gert, and he's married to Barry Hilton's cousin. He did our fireplace. Wonderful job. But anyway, so Irvin, tell us exactly why. What is the motivation behind this evening of quizzes in awesomeness?
Yeah, so Chris, a big thank you to you. You know, over the past year and a half, 18 months, however long we've been going through COVID, we've really seen a lot of desperate situations, crazy situations in the area. And going through the RRRA area, that I really have a heart for, is to really give our residents something to sit back, relax. We're all under so much pressure at the moment. And, you know, the committee just decided that, this is going to be the best thing. Can't unfortunately see you live, but what's the best thing other than live?
Your committee needs to do better if this was the best thing. All right, so there we go. The triple RA. Some of us didn't get the third R. We're just part of the double RA, which is a much nicer neighborhood just to the south of you. Well, I say south, but it's just below on the hill. I don't know what direction it is. I was never good at geography. We've got some people still joining, so that's nice. We'll just carry on talking rubbish until we have like a full quota. And while we are waiting for some more people to join, I'm just putting in a disclaimer. This quiz may have adult content, not so much in the quiz, but Irvin swears like a sailor. Although I've met some sailors that didn't swear that much. They were kind of, They just port, starboard, that type of stuff. Hi, Candice. Yeah, this is Gru. Okay.
We agree.
Well, hi, Gru. Yes. So what was I saying? I get sidetracked. I read comments as they pop up onto the screen. Sometimes they come onto the other thing, and then just a quick. Ooh, sometimes I kick my stand.
At least you don't kick the bucket.
There's a weird voice in the background that you might hear from time to time. That is my wife, Tab. She is the person who is responsible for all the technical side of these things. So,
and I also know everything.
And she knows everything.
Everyone.
Yes, so she thinks. But yeah, what was I saying? This is going very well so far. Anyhow, so if you are with us for the first time, a couple of things. The first rule of the Very Big Comedy Quiz is to have fun. We have got some amazing prizes for this evening. I'm gonna repeat them, but I'm gonna go through them right now. Nanyata Siyaya has given us a fabulous 500 Rand voucher for Visio Hair. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm hoping for that one. And then a 600 Rand voucher for Norma & Co. caterers. So you can have a fabulous meal while you get your hair done if you manage to get both of those prizes. Then Staghorn and Pitcher have donated a hamper.
That's Irvin.
That's you.
Yeah, it's me.
I didn't even know your name was Staghorn and Pitcher.
Yes. We have a picture at the moment.
I think you misspelt it. It's Picture, Picture. Then the wonderful people from the Striped Bunny Pet Emporium. Now, for those of you who are, there's always somebody who goes, I hope they don't sell pets. No, they don't sell pets. They sell pet food, pet accessories, pet biscuits, anything that has to do that your pets will enjoy. They'll sell it to you at a very reasonable cost. But no, they will not sell you a dog. Although sometimes in the mornings, I consider selling my dog if anybody wants to buy him when he wakes me up at 5:30.
Have you not seen it up on the website yet?
Have I not seen?
Put him up on the website.
Yes. He's on the website, not for sale. He's there as the goodest boy. Then our next prize is a coffee mug set to the value of 250 rands. Very kindly donated by John Povey, the treasurer from the RRRA. Thank you very much, John, for the coffee mug set. We're looking for it's in all probability better than the other coffee mug sets that you can get from Ferndale and Republic's Food Lovers Market. If you get 1 million stickers, then you can spend basically your pension fund in order to get the stickers, and then buy the mugs for what, 100 Rand,
50 Rand
a pop. Hello, Veronica, lovely to have you. Oh, just I must say, if you do comment, please be aware that there is a slight delay from when we talk to when you see us. So if you comment, the odds are good we'll only sort of respond 30 to 40 seconds later. That's not because we're from the slow school. Well, I was, but Irvin wasn't. It is because of
the really.
You went to what? You went to Mondial. Oh, luxury. Anyway, okay, so we've been at this for 10 minutes already. I think we've maxed out at a very princely sum of 21 people. 41. Why does mine say 20? 41 people, which is roughly twice the amount of residents contributing to the RRRA. I'm just saying, in the RRA, we've got a lot of people. We've got so much money.
Oh, shots fired.
Hardly any crime. Oh, we do so well down here. So let's go through the rules quickly. The first rule, which is a very important rule, which you might hear about 700 times during the course of this evening, is please do not put any answers in the comments section. I don't know if you heard that, but please do not put your answers in the comment section. If you put your answers in the comment section, everybody gets to see your answer, and then there's no point. Especially if, as was the case last night, if the answer was wrong, then everybody uses that answer. That's just, it's not cricket. That's the first rule. The second rule is no Googling. If you Google, we have very sophisticated software that can see if you're Googling or not. And what happens is if we catch you Googling, we will actually download your internet search history and send it to your mom. So, so no Googling, please.
Chris, our residents are a little bit older than mums. They probably are older mums. Send it to their wives.
Well, even worse, we'll send it to your children then, and then they can see this.
I like to send it out to our groups. Oops.
That too.
Popey. Whatever.
I must tell you about, like, I don't know how your groups are. Chat representing. Oh, I hope you have some cane left. Oh, Matty, I hope you have some cane. I don't know who Matty is.
It's matey.
To life. Matey, but no Matty. Anyway, what was I saying? So on one of our groups yesterday, there was a woman who was very freaked out. She's like, somebody left a yellow rock outside my house. I think they're coming to rob me. What the hell's going on? And then the whole neighborhood got worked up into a frenzy. And then about 15 to 20 minutes later, somebody else posted, it was me and my children, told them to put paper rocks outside all the houses we should pray for.
Oh, wow.
So, yes.
Did you go squad like running all over the place, looking for red yellow rocks?
For yellow rocks. Anyway, so where was that? So then we need to, this is quite intricate. When the way we do this, you do not write your answers in the comment section. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. What you do is get yourself a piece of paper and a pen. This is what a pen looks like. I don't know why. Oh, and this is what a piece of paper looks like. They're from the RRA, not like a different planet. I mean, the RRRA.
RRRA, please.
Sorry, I keep forgetting that extra R. So what you do is get yourself a piece of paper and a pen. You write your answers down on the piece of paper. Then you will see in the comment section there's a pinned comment. In other words, a comment that is very pertinent. It's got a little pin symbol next to it, and it doesn't go away. That is Stuart McClarty says the answer is blondies. I will explain that in a minute. That pinned comment there is a link to a Google form. What I want you to do now is click on that link, and that is where you will register your team. And also, when you have finished the round, once you've written it all down and I've given you the answers, you add up your score and you put your score on that Google document. You just edit it. You don't resubmit it. It's a live document. You can edit it right there. So right now, you click on that link. That is where you'll register your team. You can plan teams of however big, as many people as you like. Think of a cool team name, register your team on that Google document. Then, as I say, you fill in your answers at home on your paper and you fill in your score on that Google document. Nothing else. Don't send us any lewd pictures. Don't put answers on the document. Purely your score. At the end of the rounds, at the end of all three, we'll add up your scores. And how's this for crazy? Irvin, are you listening? We'll tell you who the winner is. We'll tell you who the winner is.
Does that mean I have to give stuff away?
You have to what?
Does that mean I have to give stuff away?
Well, you've been giving it away for years, as far as I'm aware. So then we will give stuff away. And for those of you who are wondering why Stuart McClarty.
Oh.
Talking. Maybe put the mute on.
Chris, I think there's a bit of a technical issue. We are not hearing you. He's just talking about. Chris, are you there? Uh-oh. They didn't pay their Wi-Fi fees. So we're only currently getting... Oh, he's gone.
Sorry for the technical hiccup. Chris is logging out and logging back in again. I think his mother killed the feed. Irvin, talk to yourself for a little bit.
Yeah, I do that quite often, Tabitha.
Sorry for the technical hiccup. Chris is logging out and logging back in again. I think his mother...
Good. So anyway, how many people have got one?
Irvin, I'm very disappointed that that you didn't just continue talking through the entire thing there. You would have been fired. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Well, there we go. But now you're on the other side of my screen. So what I'm going to do, everybody bear with me for a second. Is that okay? Wonderful.
Yeah, I'll even come back.
Don't try this.
I'll even come back.
And I just want to say my mom's name is not Gwen Robin Smokestein. It is Gwen with a Y. You've known her for 20 years. You should know these things. 30 years. He's known her for 30 years. Okay. So what was I saying? I said some amazing things, and you guys didn't hear a single word. Tragic. Brilliant content.
Although I do think we should maybe crack on with the quiz.
Should we crack on with the quiz? No, I was still explaining the rules. Have we got people registering on that document?
Yes, we do. We've got quite a few already. I will tell you how many we've got in a second. So far, we've got 8 teams registered. We would like a few more considering we have 38 people on there.
Okay. So as everyone... No, 8 is plenty. Just a reminder that you don't put your answers in the comment section. Register. Now he swapped sides again.
I did that.
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
You can't get good help these days. All right. That's much better. Okay. So so register your team and then
very well.
Then if you are having any problems, let me know. But I think it's time to go.
No, wait. We're just having struggles with people registering on the Google thing. Tabitha, send me the link quickly so I can just send it out.
Stephen is saying, say something funny, please, Irvin. I'm going to wait.
They can continue to register while we're playing. So that's not a train smash.
Okay.
But as I said, get yourself a piece of paper and a pen. Let's do this. Where is the link? So once again, if you look in the comments section, there's a pinned comment there and the link is there. Otherwise, you'll see the Very Big Comedy Quiz commented and the link is in their comment. Right, should we start? Question 1, section 1, it is science and geography. Did you do science and geography at school, Irvin?
I did science.
Okay, good. Well, then you'll get 50%.
I prefer the biology side of things. Especially when anyway.
You want to dissect and label a frog?
No. The male human body, that was my preferential.
Who first looked at frog's legs and was like, that's delicious. That's a very strange person. They're probably the same guy who was like looking at a calf drinking from its mom and went, you know what, I could do some of that. What's wrong with people? Anyway, let's move on.
Can I just pause for a second? John Nutt, if you don't have a Google account, then you can WhatsApp Irvin and give him your score.
Yeah, so if you don't have a Google account, WhatsApp Irvin, give him your score. If you didn't hear it, John. I didn't even realize you needed a Google account because I've never filled in the Google form because I don't answer. Anyway, the first question, we need to get to that, is question 1, section 1, science and geography. What is the world's largest dessert? Oh, wait. What is the world's largest desert?
Pancake.
I think that's what they meant here. It's spelled completely wrong, but these questions were set by an Afrikaans dude, so I don't judge him for his spelling. What is the world's largest desert? You're laughing at these things.
You know this. Sorry.
You should. Everybody should know this. I was wondering why Irvin was laughing there. I'm not sure what's going on.
I just had things about desserts in my mouth. I mean, desert.
Wow.
You had the biggest desert in your mouth, so very dry then. Your mouth going through a spell of no moisture. I'm not going to say a word. But neither could you with the world's largest dessert in your mouth. And now offer congratulations to your partner. Right. So question 1 was, what is the world's largest desert? Okay. Daniel Surge has said he watched a quiz show not many years ago, and the person said the Kalahari. I'll give you a clue. It's not the Kalahari. I'm not even sure if the Kalahari is the biggest desert in South Africa. It's not even in South Africa, is it? It's
Not even a desert.
Namibia. We don't even care about the Kalahari. It's not even called the Kalahari anymore. It's called Takealot. Okay, that was question 1. Question 2, which country has the most natural lakes? As in the highest number, not as in like these lakes are like so natural. Hey, because that would be a strange question.
Yeah, and Robin Hills doesn't. Our little lake in Robin Hills is not considered a lake. It's a swamp. Bad one.
I didn't even know you had a lake in Robin Hills.
You can't see so many reeds. Oh, actually, we do. It's the Robin Hills pool. That's probably our biggest.
I'm not sure if that counts as a natural lake. But even the place where the reeds are, is that a lake or is it like a marsh? What's it?
A piece of water. A puddle.
A puddle. Okay, so I don't think Robin Hills qualifies, but we need to know which country is the country that has the most natural lakes. Question 3, just in case you're starting to feel like these questions are really hard, I'm going to make question 3 a multiple choice. I nearly said a multi-choice question. Multi-choice question would be like, what is the channel 403 on your DSTV decoder? No, this is a multiple choice question. It is, on which continent is the volcano with the highest peak above sea level? Is it A, Africa, B, Europe, C, Asia, or D, South America? So on which continent is the volcano with the highest peak above sea level? Is it A, Africa, B, Europe, C, Asia, or D, South America?
So islands considered.
You're not supposed to.
Continents.
Are islands considered continents?
No.
There are only 7 continents. Daniel's asking, is it an active volcano? I think it works out from time to time. It gets its vitality steps in. I don't know. I just read the questions. I like to pretend like I'm intelligent. I don't do a great job, but go with it. Could be, it could be not. It depends on your definition of.
Yeah, it's probably not. There's not many volcanoes around at the moment. But the hint that you gave there is the highest peak above sea level.
Well, you asked if an island counts as a continent, but I did give a multiple choice. So it's either Africa, Europe, Asia, or South America. So technically, Africa is a really big island, if you think about it, just like a massive one.
That's what I wanted to know. Remember, I went to Monte Carlo.
In fact, every continent's just a really big island if you want to break it down. Or are they? I don't know. Anyway, question 4, true or false? Cyprus is the largest island in the Mediterranean. Is it true or false? Now, let me just clarify for Irvin. It isn't a continent. It is an island.
I'm just thinking about them there in the nude beaches.
You're thinking about the nude beaches.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a pattern here with you.
Thank God I can't comment because there'll be a lot of those aubergines going around on the comments.
I'm not sure if there would be. There was a lot yesterday.
Yeah, but that was from our co-host.
Oh, that was from you, of course.
I know.
I'd be very concerned. Everyone uses the aubergine emoticon as like a symbol, but how many have you seen with like a little green leafy bit on the top? That would scare me, to be honest. I've tried to find a little green leafy bit that fits on mine, but
Oh my god.
that's what you'll say. All right, and while we're on islands, because I did ask about a desert in question 1, and it's feeling a lot like a desert in here right now. I'm just saying.
Looks at Tabitha refill.
I hope you've all still got like, because I think we're going to get shut down for another week or so at least.
Rusty would
Please
like to
repeat the question. Certainly, Rusty. The question is, true or false, Cyprus is the largest island in the Mediterranean. Note the largest island, not the largest nudist beach thing. Okay. So there's I'm going to do a really bad old joke. Who's the most popular man on a nudist beach? The guy who can bring you 12 donuts and 2 cups of coffee. Who's the most popular lady? The one who can hold 2 cups of coffee and eat the 12th donut. Okay.
Love it.
If you need that joke explained, please WhatsApp Irvin.
Anytime.
Okay. Question 5. In which ocean are the Seychelles? So obviously we've all been to the Seychelles a lot.
Well, we've been twice.
Well, we've been twice. We're awesome. We say it like that's amazing. We've been twice.
I didn't even go once. Why didn't we go once?
We went there. It was a true story. I ate bat when I was on the island. I didn't start a pandemic. But it was delicious. I can tell why people want to eat it again. So in which ocean, this is question 5, in which ocean are the Seychelles Islands? Not to be confused with the Seychelles continents. Okay. All right. Now, this is a challenging one. You know, sometimes before a quiz, it's good to prep and read through the questions before the time. So like I read through all the names to make sure I could pronounce them for the prizes. But I didn't read through the questions. So lachanophobia or lachanophobia is the irrational fear of, is it A, meat, B, milk, C, fruit, or D, vegetables?
He hasn't given you the answers to any of these.
Who?
Who?
Yes. Are you? Sorry, I'm not sure. My wife drinks a lot.
Guys, this should be a professional comedy quiz. Can you sort your shit out between having answers and not answers?
I've got the answers in front of me. I'm like, I've got the answers. I can see them. Did we not send you the questions before the time? And then as I'm looking at the answers, she's going, he hasn't given you the answers. But they are written here on this piece of paper. So if you take a quick look, you can see
how's the wine looking that's our darling?
Well, yeah, I think we've only got 17 cases, so we're going to run out before the end of the week. So the question was, before we got sidetracked, lachanophobia is the irrational fear of, excuse me. Yeah, hopefully it's not the irrational fear of sneezing.
COVID.
COVID, you don't sneeze. I don't think.
Okay. I'll stay away. It's like the mic.
So lachanophobia is the irrational fear of, is it A, meat, B, milk, C, fruit, or D, vegetables? Have you what is your biggest like irrational fear?
Aubergine.
No, it's not. You eat more aubergine than most.
Well, yeah. Well, it depends which, if it goes here or
now, do you have an irrational fear?
An irrational fear?
Well, yeah. I mean, a rational fear we all have. Like if you pull a gun on me, I'm going to be. I don't have an irrational fear of bullets. I'd say fairly irrational.
I'm allergic to what? Your aubergine.
Aubergine.
So I do have a allergy to aubergines, even though I love that emoticon and I use it often.
I think we're confusing allergies with irrational fears here, but that's fine.
That's good.
If somebody's aubergine has caused you to break out in a rash,
I don't like grapes.
We totally get it if an aubergine has given you a rash. You say you don't like grapes, but
they give me a headache.
Okay, question 7. Animals, this is a tough one. Keep in mind this quiz was actually set for people from Heidelberg. So some of the questions might seem quite easy, but for the Heidelberg intelligentsia, they are quite difficult. Animals that eat both plants and meat are called what?
Hungry.
Hungry is a good one. That would be the wrong answer though. But yes, so what do you call, as I said, Heidelberg? That's how you pronounce it. I always said Heidelberg, but they will punch you over there if you say Heidelberg. And they like to punch people. So animals that eat both plants and meat are called what? The answer is also not Stephen. That's question 7. Question 8. True or false? Sound travels faster in air than in water.
We all know.
When you're underwater, nobody can hear you scream.
No, we've all had that fart in the bath.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. But
let's hear myself.
Yeah. Okay, so question 8 was true or false? Sound travels faster in air than in water. And then question 9, what was the name of the dog launched into space on the Soviet Sputnik 2 spacecraft in 1957? I think we all know this one. This is, I mean, from the one about animals eating plants and meat, we've gone from one extreme to the other. What was the name of the dog launched into space on the Soviet Sputnik 2 spacecraft in 1957?
But that's quite a famous one.
Was it a movie?
No, probably.
I don't know. Did you like it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. I haven't prepped.
You haven't prepped. Okay, so next is our musical question. What we're going to do now, we actually play this question over this amazing Bluetooth speaker. And if you're wondering why we do that, it's not because we are technophobes, but if we play it via Facebook, then Facebook shuts us down because they say we don't have the rights to play music. Hence, we play it via this thing, and then sometimes they still get us, and then me and Urban have to sing the song, which is not ideal. Tab's doing the wrong one, which nobody would have noticed because we didn't know what the song was. But but it's fine. It's fine. We will put the right one on because nobody wants to be confused. I hope none of you were confused by that silence and didn't identify it.
All right, ready.
Okay.
Why is it not going through the speaker?
I do not know. Are we on?
It's off.
No, now it's off. Sorry, we're prepped. We are professional.
Technical hiccups.
We are available for corporate functions and team builds. And we might even use something more. Anyway. So that is, there we go.
It carries on playing.
That should be an easy one.
Okay, so everyone should know that one.
We'll
play it again because it came through 17 different devices.
That's the point.
Okay, so we would like, for 2 points, we would like the song title and the artist who sings it. If anyone, because I know some people joined us late, if anyone would like me to do a quick recap of those 10 questions, that was section 1, please let me know now and I'll do it for you quickly. But otherwise, if I don't hear in the next 2 minutes, taking into account the delay, I'll move on to the answers. How did you feel? What do you think you would have gotten for that one, Irvin?
0.
Zero. If you didn't know what you call an animal that eats both meat and plants, then I'm going to have to seriously look at your Mondial education.
There wasn't one. We just, made our way through. She's your wife. Went to the same school.
Well, I don't tell people that, though.
You tell everyone.
I'll tell everyone she went to reform school because it's less embarrassing.
Oh, wow.
Mondial. Yeah.
Hey, bear in mind the people who got expelled from your school came to my school.
Oh, shame.
Yeah, I know.
You're taking your name.
My school was amazing. John Ortick.
Okay.
We could check your oil like nobody else. I'll have you.
Oh, should have gone there.
Yeah, but side note, we didn't take kindly to people who were slightly different at John. Would have made life tough. I'm not sure what happened there. Anywho, all right. So nobody's requested a recap, so we'll get straight to the answers. What is the world's largest desert? What did you think it was? Say it.
Kalahari.
Kalahari. Most people would probably say the Sahara. It is not. It is the Antarctic.
Charmaine would like to know, how do we send the answers?
So, Charmaine, you don't send your answers. You mark them yourself. You're going to be very honest, because otherwise Santa will not bring you any Christmas presents. You mark them yourself. You send in your score on the Google document, which is the link to which is in the pinned comments. If you don't have a Google account, then just WhatsApp Irvin.
That's the total number.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone going through
your team name, total number. So on that Google document, register your team name, and that's where you're going to post your score. Note your score, not the answers, because a lot of people will put their answers there. So I'm going to give you the answers now. Mark yourself. Give yourself a mark out of, I think this round was 11. And then you send us your score out of 11 on that Google document.
So wait till the end when Chris has spoken and gone through all the answers, tally up, and then do it. Or you can send me your answers on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Don't worry. 7 teams have already sent through all their answers.
Okay. So you don't send through your answers.
Sorry. No, listen, we have like
okay. Obviously, I must have not explained it properly, so I'll say it again. You don't send your answers, you mark yourself, and then you submit your score on the Google document.
It's actually your fault, Chris. You didn't say that. Just saying.
It's fine. Question 1. The question was, what is the world's largest desert? And the answer is the Antarctic desert. Did you know that? Very little rainfall. It's one of those QI questions.
And just to let you know, the Kalahari desert that you laughed about takes up 70% of South Africa and Namibia and Botswana, and it's the 4th largest desert in the world.
Nobody cares. It's called Take a Lot. And all right. Question 2. Which country has the most natural lakes? The answer is Canada. Blame Canada. They have the most natural lakes, and they're freezing, by the way, if you've ever swam in them. They're not good.
If you ever,
yeah.
If you ever got to touch one of them.
Oh, so the answer to question 2 is Canada. Question 3, on which continent is the volcano with the highest peak above sea level? It is D, South America.
I can tell you what it is in a second.
And Tabs can tell you what it is in a second, but nobody's really going to notice. But it is D, South America, and the volcano's name is Niduragadigas.
Ojos del Salado.
There you go. So if you run out of conversation during lockdown with your family tomorrow or Saturday, Ojos del Salado is...
And it's 6,893 meters high. And it is based in the between Argentina and Chile. So there you go.
So it must be still active because it's quite hot being based in Chile.
It is active. It's a strato volcano.
Okay, question 4. True or false? Cyprus is the largest island in the Mediterranean. It is what we... false.
Oh,
Um,
damn.
sorry,
Okay.
just as we were telling you how safe our neighborhood is, some random person is screaming outside. So
How it happens in the Robins.
yeah. Luckily for me, my security WhatsApp group is on my phone, which is currently being used to broadcast the quiz. Wonderful. Good times.
Don't worry, Chris. We all understand those things in the Robins.
Yes. Well, we're not in the Robins. We're in the magnificent of Fontainebleau. Okay. So yes, true or false? The answer is false to question 4. Sorry, I'm just keeping half an ear open to hear if my wife starts screaming, in which case we may need to pause this for a minute or two, but it sounds like we're all good. The largest island in the Mediterranean is in fact Sicily. Sicily. So if you've ever seen Italy, it's shaped like a boot. The reason it's shaped like a boot apparently is because you couldn't fit all of that crap into a shoe. And it looks like a boot that's about to kick a ball. The ball is Sicily. That is the largest island.
But that's Italy. It's shaped like a boot.
Yes, Italy. But the island is called Sicily. What was going on?
Oh, it's our friendly neighborhood ghost squad in ADT having a chat.
Oh, wonderful. You see, we've got reaction officers outside making, and those are our problems, not crime. Too many armed response people.
Anyway.
Okay, so that was Sicily. So the answer to question 4 was false. Question 5, in which ocean are the Seychelles? They are in the Indian Ocean. That was a reasonably easy one, I think. So
I've
the
been
Indian
there.
Ocean, I beg your pardon?
Not that I've been there. Poor us.
Oh, we've just been there so many times. We're actually bored of it now.
We did took pictures.
Twice.
Sorry.
Twice counts as a lot. So answer to question 5 is the Indian Ocean. Question 6, lechanophobia or lechanophobia is the irrational fear of D, vegetables.
Ridiculous.
One of those people. Put my hand up. That's me.
You're afraid of vegetables irrationally.
Genes in natural form.
Oh, okay. So yes, the answer to question 6 is D, vegetables. Ooh, excuse me. Question 7. If you got this one wrong, I feel you should go and pour yourself a shooter of whatever you have left in your booze cabinet. Animals that eat both plants and meat are called. Tell us, Mr. Salmons.
Hungry people?
I beg your pardon?
Omnivores.
Omnivores
Oh,
is correct.
yay!
Look at that. The former principal of Mondial High is smiling at you right now from
On the grave.
wherever he is.
He's dead.
A shame you are, Mr. Price. God bless you. Cotton socks.
Looking up at you and smiling.
Down.
Question 8, true or false? Sound travels faster in air than water. The answer is false. Sound travels faster through water.
Really?
It is indeed true. In fact, it even travels faster through solids. Did you know that? So if you go ding on a solid, how is the fear of vegetables irrational? Onions make me cry. That's Daniel Surridge. He says onions make him cry. Sometimes potatoes make me cry, but only if you throw them at me really hard. So yeah, the answer to question 8 is false. Question 9, what was the name of the dog? I'm looking at my wife because she says it's an easy one.
Leica.
It is indeed Leica. I don't know if you were listening. I gave you a clue. I said, did you like that? But yes, the dog's name was Leica. It flew into space like a dog. Yes. So question 9, please give the answer for question 8. Question 8, the question was true or false, sound travels faster in air than water. And the answer is false. It travels faster in water than air. So the answer is false.
Gave that hint unexpectedly. Like if you fart in the bath, seriously? Come on.
So if you go ding, and then Mr. Povey has said omnivores. I think that's when you put vegetables into your burry. And then, yes, we're not even going to discuss doing it number 2. I'm not sure where that name comes from. I won't say he's an old friend of mine. Just like that would be weird. Okay, so and then our musical question. We'll play it one more time, and then we'll tell you. Okay. We can't listen to the whole song. It is, for those of you who don't know, Tracy Chapman, Fast Car.
Really?
Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere.
Yeah, Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. If you were born in the 80s and you did not know that, then you have issues. All right, so please add up your scores. That round was out of 11, and fill in your score on that Google document. Let us know how you did.
Okay. Team DMC, you don't need to send us all of your answers. You just need to send us your scores.
So there we go. Just to remind you once again, especially DMC, you don't send your answers on the Google document, only your score. So you mark yourself. We trust you that you're honest. Why would you not be? If there are only honest people as part of the RRRA. RAR.
So you can also, most people have my number, message it to me, but I just need your team name then and
your score.
So if you scored 4, probably like 2 out of 11. Am I right, Chris? 10 questions?
No, so if you got 4 correct, you would have scored 4. The only question that was worth more than 1 mark was Tracy Chapman, Fast Car. 1 point for guessing her name, and 1 point for guessing, well, not guessing, for knowing Tracy Chapman, and 1 point for Fast Car. So while we're doing this, I just want to thank everybody who donated a prize again. Nanyata Siyaya for the 500 Rand Vizio hair voucher and the 600 Rand Norman Co catering voucher. Stripe Bunny's Pet Emporium, you can visit them at www.stripebunny.co.za. No, just Stripe, not striped. Stripebunny.co.za. They've also donated a pet food hamper. Staghorn and Picture.
Chris.
Staghorn and Pitcher, because he pronounces it wrong. They've also donated a hamper. What is in your hamper, Staghorn and Pitcher?
A lot of stuff.
Well, I mean, if I was excited before.
Aubergine.
So much for your irrational fear of vegetables. And then a coffee mug set to the value of 250 rands, kindly donated by Mr. Povey, the treasurer from the RRRA. What is the third? It's Robin's
Residents and Ratepayers Association.
Well,
we had to choose that because you guys had what did you have? You had RRA, which was Rand Park Residents Association. So I'll
give you some completely useless trivia here. We actually only changed it to Rand Park's Residents Association about 2 years ago. Before that, it was Rabi Republic Orit, which was the original closure.
But you still had RRA, and we couldn't take it. So we go for the Rand Park Residents and Ratepayers Association, South Africa in Gauteng.
You guys are such losers. Anyway. Okay, so I think we're going to move on to our next section. Have we got all our scores in?
We've got some of them in.
So we click submit after every round, or at the end, click after every round. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. I think you can just edit the document as live, isn't it? You can just edit the document. It'll come through to us. It's amazing. I don't understand technology. I just do as I'm told. Okay. So I think our next question is I want to call it history because the printer that we use doesn't do color, so that the title of it was not printed. As I say, very professional here. We are available for corporate functions and team builds at the Very Big Comedy Quiz. We really are. Normally it goes so much better than this.
Blame
Yeah,
Irvin.
we like a cheap round.
I'm going to blame Irvin. So question 1, it is a guess the year question, not guess the year, name the year. In this year, Apple announced the release of the iPhone. The final Harry Potter book, which is called Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, was published, and the Cricket World Cup took place in the West Indies. What year did all of these events happen? So I'll repeat the clues. Apple announced the release of the iPhone.
Shit.
The final Harry Potter book, which was called Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, was published. The Cricket World Cup took place in the West Indies.
See, the scary thing is, I was with my ex-boyfriend at that time. And when that book was released, I went to Eastgate at like 22:11 because I had pre-ordered it. That was a long time ago.
That is what I took out of that is that you pre-ordered it.
I did.
So you went to all the effort to pre-order it and then still went and stood in the queue.
No. It was like the pre-launch. Like you all have to dress up like Harry Potter people and put your hats on and tight pants and stuff. It's quite
Which
fun.
character did you dress as? You went as Harry, didn't you?
Hermione.
You went as Hermione. You can't do that.
Gotta love stuff.
Only gingers can be. It goes Hermione.
She's ginger.
That's called ginger face. It's isn't Hermione ginger? No, Ron was ginger.
It was Weasels and them.
The
The Weasleys.
The Weasleys. Who's Ron Beasley? I don't. Can you tell I've never read a Harry Potter book?
Clearly.
I tried not to watch the movies, but we are going off topic here. So in
Yeah,
that same year, Harry Potter's final book was released, and then the Cricket World Cup took place in the West Indies, and Apple announced the release of the iPhone. That was a cracking World Cup, wasn't that? When Herschel Gibbs hit 6 sixes and 1 over.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Okay, never mind. We'll move on. I'm going to give you a famous quote, and I want you to tell me who said it. So the quote is, "I would rather die of passion than of boredom." Who said that?
Me.
So I'm probably going to have to repeat it a bit louder for you. I would rather die of passion than of boredom.
Me.
No, not you.
Sure, that
Do you
goes
know-
like that.
Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, good. So, yeah, I would rather die of passion than of boredom. That's question 2. Question 3. In which century was the Great Wall of China completed? Why, thank you.
Very, very long time ago.
I had a China, and he had a wall that you could sit on and watch his next door neighbor sunbathing. That was a pretty great wall.
God, we all need those walls.
I'm just saying, well, we were quite young at the time. It was a magnificent wall. I'd say that I would have called that a great wall. We might have also used it as our place to enjoy other things besides watching the neighbor. But anyway, the question is, question 3, in what century was the Great Wall of China completed? So that's quite a broad thing. Vigi said Irvin watched and read a very different series of books and movies than the rest of us. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit concerned about your.
She knows about all this stuff.
Well, we know that we've seen the DVD collection under your. You
haven't seen my internet history.
Okay, question 4. Who was the 44th president of the United States of America?
Trump.
No, you're not supposed to get your answers in the comment section, please.
Oh, sorry. And it's not that, people. Just
No, it was not Trump at all. I'll give you that massive.
What a disaster.
Trump was not the 44th president.
Now there was Biden.
Well, he still is the president, isn't he?
Well, if you can remember his name.
He's very old.
Yeah.
Like that I always find amusing. Like when your grandparents, whatever, are in their 80s, then they kind of sit in the corner and they mumble while they like gum down their roast, and you kind of, you know what I mean? You're just like, oh yes, and they're like, some weird, yeah, but back in my day, we used to store sugar in the water cooler, and you're like, yes, of course you did. And then that in any other job, when you hit 65, they like shunt you out the door, but they're like, you know what? The guy who's our president, he's allowed to be 86 or whatever Biden is.
78.
Is he 78?
78, and my dad's 89, and he's got better cognizance than that man. But anyway, my dad.
Let's vote. It just shows you how easy it would have been if your dad had run against Trump. You never know. Okay, the next one, question 5, is an anagram question.
Okay.
Oh, I probably need to put that in there.
So, yeah, we'll put it in the comment section. For those of you who went to Mondial High, an anagram is where I give you 2 words and you have to rearrange the letters to make something else. So we'll put the letters in the comment section. The words are tiny labor, and the clue is it's a former British Prime Minister. Have we got it in the comments? So if you look in your comments, it's tiny labor with no U, and it's a former British Prime Minister. Where did you go? Like, I looked down at the comment section for a second and Irvin was gone. Then he's back. He looked like his Facebook avatar for a second there. It was great. Okay.
I had a bit of fireplace problem I had to sort out.
You had a what you had to sort out?
I had a fireplace problem I had to sort out.
Okay. That's I'm trying to find a euphemism there. Nothing. How many presidents have there been? Charmaine, there have been a few. I can't tell you. I don't know.
Google it.
No, don't Google it.
No Googling.
All right. So
American Labour for a British Prime Minister. Love that one. Okay.
But if we spelled Labour correctly, then you wouldn't be able to get his name, Mr. Sarich. So there is that. Okay. I think we've given enough time for the anagram now. Let's move on to question 6. Question 6, who were the first inhabitants of the International Space Station? Was it 2 Russians and an American, or 2 Americans and a Russian?
Are we talking about hamburgers and sausages?
No, we're talking about inhabitants. Is it 2 Russians and an American, or was it 2 Americans and a Russian? Not to be confused with 2 girls and 1 cup. Cracking movie if you've ever seen it. If you haven't,
2 girls.
You never seen?
No, can we not do this? I'm not drunk enough for this.
2 girls, 1 cup. I would sincerely suggest that you do not Google that one.
Is it available? Shutting up. It's too many reasons for me.
I will send you, like, if you do have access to the link, please WhatsApp it to Irvin after this.
What?
Yes. So the question, though, is, going back to it, who were the first inhabitants of the International Space Station? Was it either 2 Russians and 1 American, or was it 2 Americans and a Russian? Which does sound like it could be the title of a movie as well. Right. Question 7. After the 2000 US election went to a recount, who did George W. Bush beat out to win? So in other words, who came second in the 2000 US election? Apparently our music question is slightly premature. Was it A, Barack Obama, B, John McCain, C, Ross Perot, or D, Al Gore? So I'll repeat that. After the 2000 US election went to recount, who did George W. Bush beat to win? Was it A, Barack Obama, B, John McCain, C, Ross Perot, or D, Al Gore? Question 8. The war on terror, in other words, post 9/11, began in Afghanistan. Which dictator did the US look to unseat next?
God, there were a few.
Should have paid more attention to history.
This was an easy one. Like the dude did a lot. They made movies about it and everything. So after they like, because they had a fight with the Taliban in Afghanistan, and then they moved on to another place, and there was a dictator in charge there. That
Alfredo guy, or
wasn't it what?
Alfredo Alrif.
Answers in the comments section, please.
No, man, the previous guy, man, not that one.
No.
This one. I don't know. There were a few that were killed, but anyway.
Nah, you know. Some might say the whole war was so dumb. Okay, question 9.
Questions are getting hectic. Jeez, guys.
If you don't know who the Americans, alfresco. Alfresco was great. Didn't he have coffee or something? Okay, question 9. Which social media website launched in February 2004 and went on later to become the biggest social media network on Earth? You're right. These are very tough questions. No?
Wasn't a Tumblr.
No, answers in the comment section, please.
Pornhub. That's been.
I'm not sure that Pornhub counts as social media. In fact, I find myself distinctly unsociable when I'm logged on to Pornhub. It's very unsociable. Also,
you did put up the like this is a what's it, PGPV?
Well, it's a bit late now.
No, I didn't. I figured I'd keep it clean and I could rely on you to do the same. But okay. And then, so that was the question 9. What social media website launched in February 2004, later becoming the largest social media network on Earth? I like that they specify on Earth, as if there are other larger social media networks on, say, Mars or Venus or
Uranus.
You knew I was going there. Okay. Question 10 is our musical question.
Yay!
Let's see what musical delights Tabs has cooked up for us here.
Put the speaker on.
Okay. Name the song and the artist who has performed it, please. I think. All right, we'll play it for you again, although it did sound like we played the same thing 4 times over. All right, there we go. I'm just checking because I had the answer completely wrong there. Does anybody need me to repeat any of the questions before we move on to the answers? My word, Irvin, you've been talking so much that we've already hit 1 hour and 5 minutes. Can you please shut up? So if anybody would like me to repeat any of the questions, now that Irvin's looking at me all confused, I will do so. Otherwise, we'll move on to the answers right away.
But maybe we should talk about all the sponsors of prizes this evening are all locals.
Yes, so all the prizes that are sponsored are all done by locals. One person who hasn't sponsored a prize, but I'm giving him a punt anyway because he's helping me out, is the Underground Bakery. So check out the Underground or Underground Bakery.co.za. You can also buy Chris Forrest's famous bacon jam on his website, as well as Blondie's sourdough bread.
Blondies are good.
Jams, etc. Some delicious stuff.
I'll put a
Question
link,
8.
I will
Rusty
put a link
has
to all the stores that have sponsored in the comment section.
Okay, great. Rusty has asked me to repeat question 8. It was the war on terror began in Afghanistan. What dictator did the US look to unseat next? So in other words, who was the next target after the Taliban in Afghanistan? And then Charmaine is asked to repeat question 2. Question 2, the quote was, I would rather die of passion than boredom. Who said that?
Oh.
I'm not sure what happens there, why there's a repeat. Maybe I should just go through all of the questions, but anyway, it's fine. Nomkwele has said question 5. Question 5 was the anagram question. The anagram, in other words, an anagram is where you rearrange the letters to form a different word. So the clue was tiny Labour. Those were the letters, and the clue was it's a former British Prime Minister. All right, I hope we've covered them all now. Let's get to the answers. Question 1. Question 1. Which year did all of this happen? Apple announced the release of the iPhone. Harry Potter final book was published, and the Cricket World Cup took place in the West Indies. What year did you dress up as Hermione?
2007.
2007 is the correct answer. Give yourself a big round of applause there, Irvin. 2007 is the answer for question 1. Question 2. I would rather die of passion than of boredom. Did you hear that one, Irvin?
I don't think he had a laugh or a left hand.
His name was Vincent van Gogh. He did have a left hand. He just didn't have an ear.
True.
So Vincent van Gogh, the answer to question 2, Vincent van Gogh. If you're American, Van Gogh. He was a painter. Story nice. Okay, I'm not sure why there's a weird echo there. Question 3. In what century was the Great Wall of China completed? It was the 19th century. Or if you put the 1800s, we'll also accept. The 19th century. Question 4. Who was the 44th president of America? Barack Obama. It was the 44th president. I don't know why they count.
No, they always do.
Doesn't really matter.
I think Americans are painful.
They're kind of escalating Biden to like the 78th president.
Well, something like that. Question 5 was the anagram. It was tiny Labour. If you rearrange the letters, a former British Prime Minister, and the name is Tony Blair.
Very easy one.
Wow, there we go. He was easy with a lot of things. Question 6. The first inhabitants of the International Space Station. It was 2 Russians and an American. So luckily they could speak about him without him knowing. Well, I assume it was a him. That's very sexist of you, Chris. Sis. Yeah, so the answer to question 6 was 2 Russians and an American. Question 7. After the 2000 US election went to recount, who did George W. Bush beat out to win? The answer was D, Al Gore. Al Gore, he lost the election, and then so he started speaking about global warming instead. Al Gore.
Very bad loser.
Question 8. The war on terror began in Afghanistan. What dictator did they go after next? Did you get this one? I said it was so dumb. His name was Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein, who was the guy in charge of Iraq at the time. And then question 9 was practically a gimme. What social media was launched in 2004 and became the biggest social media network on the earth? It was Facebook.
Oh, what we're watching on right now?
What you're watching on right now, yes, Facebook. It could be rivaled. There's a butchery that's recently launched a meat social website. It's going to be called Facebook. Sorry, I'll show myself out.
Oh.
Just waiting for some other answer coming out of your mouth now.
Facebook. All right. And then our musical question. Do you guys want to hear the song?
Yes.
Even I want to hear the song.
Did you know what it is, Urban?
One of Archon's favorite artists.
Blue jean baby, LA lady.
Okay, the answer is
Seems to slow
Tiny Dancer by Elton John.
Oh. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me wrong on this little. Yeah.
the words you know.
Okay.
Wait, here it's coming. Here. Oh, no.
No, we're okay with that. Hearing the chorus. The song is Tiny Dancer by Elton John. So please work out what your score was.
Second.
Or Hold Me Close, Tony Danza.
Hold Me Close, Tony Danza. Who's the boss now? Yeah, work out what your score is. Send us your scores on the Google document. Let us know how you did. I'm glad you're not playing the quiz, obviously. If you don't have the Google document, WhatsApp Irvin. Also, if you have access to the link for any really, really good adult erotica.
So just a note, like I've got people sending me pictures of their answers. Just send me your group name and your total score.
Yes. We don't need to see your answers. We believe you and we trust you.
Oh, actually, some of these are questionable.
Yes, and you don't need to write in any words, just a number, because I'm using a Google document, an Excel document, and it tallies it for me.
Also, just as a side note, the prizes aren't necessarily for the winners, and we'll do a random draw, but you have to be here at the end. This is all just for fun, just so we can hang out together, have a bit of fun with the RRRA.
Chris.
The Cyprus, the triple RA, the Robin. When you say the Robins, it's Robin Hills, Robin Dales.
Yes, Robin Hills, Robin Dales, but it includes Jack and Lee, Cresta, bit of Fontainebleau, One Street. We big, dude. Big. We're big. You guys have got nothing on us, eh?
We've got the 7 houses.
Except for budgets and a working security system. I'm going to get hate the next time at the Robindale Spa.
We'd love to see which neighborhood you are actually in. So if you can put your neighborhood in the comment section so we can actually see who's playing. So just put
yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah, I sent this out to a lot of people, even Ferndale, Hurlingham, all the RA heads in the north. So yeah, you just post where you actually from. Good point,
I'll
Ted.
start.
Yeah, we're from Fontainebleau. Fontainebleau, the RRA.
I'm from the Robin Hills in the valley. The RAR.
Charmaine is from the RRRA.
You see, my residents know this. It's like wonderful.
It's all your people. It's the wonderful people from Robin Hills and Bordeaux South.
Oh, where?
Wow. Nice to see everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bordeaux is fabulous. We're lovely neighborhood there.
Bordeaux.
They got that park there. Have you been to the park?
The bike park.
Obviously, not because you don't have children. So if you went, everyone would suspect you're a pedophile.
Oh, we got a sneaky Santa night in there.
Well, nice.
Love it. Love it.
And Taryn is from Rand Park, so that's awesome. We love you, Taryn. You're one of our people. Okay, so have we got our scores in?
We do have most of them in. Irvin, please send me any WhatsApps that you get in so I can do that.
And we can see who the winners are.
Oh, a Florida one. Oh.
Is that Florida and Rudderport or America? I think you have to pronounce it Florida.
Hey, we were in Constantia today.
Very nice there. Were we in Constantia? Yes, we were.
America. Oh, nice. Well, thanks for coming. I don't know if you can win any prizes.
Well, if you do win a prize,
I'll say worldwide. I don't care.
Irvin will courier to you using the courier guy.
I'll get an aubergine.
We'll see if Pudo can take your package.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I just want to apologize to those of you who are watching from America, because as this was the RRRA very big comedy quiz, our final section, we decided to make all about Randburg. So Irvin, you've only lived in Randburg for like a portion of your life, especially if you went to Eastgate to buy a book.
Yeah. So I've only been here 11 years.
So since you were in your late 30s.
My 30s.
Just
Shut up. Listen, what the Queens don't do, Dr. Shades will sort out. About that.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, tragically, I've, with the exception of a few forays into other places, I've pretty much lived within a 10-kilometer radius my entire life. Most of which has been here in Randburg, funnily enough.
See that well.
Now, I just can't get away from the place. It
Oh.
keeps sucking me back.
Lil G's giving out his address and everything.
24 Irland. That's awesome. And of course, oh, fabulous. We got somebody from Sundown here. Okay. So let us move on to the final section, which is, of course, the Randburg section. So,
I found this very interesting when I was doing the research earlier.
question 1. When was Randburg founded? I will take within, because this is a very specific question and nobody's going to know it. I will take,
5.
if you got within 5 years, sorry, the dog just kicked my stand. I say the dog, it was me really. I will give it to you if you got it within 5 years. So 5 years either way, and I will give it to you. It was, I think the guy's name was Fantonda.
Oh, I don't know.
So just some useless information for you. There was a dude called Fantonda, and he hated the fact that he said the Joburg City Council were going to become a bunch of communists or something, and he wanted his own spot. So he wanted Randburg, and he pushed for it. And then there was a competition to name the new suburb. I can tell this is fascinating you. And then 6 people came up with Randburg, and they all shared the prize.
It wasn't a suburb, but they made it a small town with its own.
Yes, that's what I mean.
municipality.
Small town, a municipality, not suburb. So there's a bunch of suburbs that became Randburg. And that's actually our next question.
Including Linden.
I beg your pardon?
Was Linden included in that in the beginning?
I will neither confirm nor deny. Because
there might be some questions.
steady on, don't jump the gun.
Sorry.
Nobody likes it when you're premature, Mr. Simmons. The next question, how many suburbs make up Randburg? Once again, I will take to within 5. So how many suburbs make up the Randburg township?
Municipality.
Well, it's no longer a municipality. It eventually became part of Joburg municipality, but
Yeah.
yes.
But we still have the signs that say welcome in Randburg.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very interesting
Yes. So
thing.
how many suburbs make up Randburg?
And also, did you know that they came up with the name Randburg? Well, Chris mentioned it through a competition, and they had, I think, 4 or 5 different finalists. And let me just see if I've got them here. I'll find them.
Okay, so that was pretty interesting. They had 4 or 5 finalists that we don't know.
I'll find now. Give me a second.
Question 3, while Tabs is looking for the finalists, we would like, because there are a lot of suburbs that make up Randburg, for half a point each, name 10 suburbs in Randburg, not including the Robins, Rand Park, or Fontainebleau.
Does that include Robin Hills and Robindale?
Yes.
Those are the
No
Robins. So no Robins, no Rand Park, no Fontainebleau. So for half a point, any other 10.
So can I say Robin Acres?
No, that's a robin.
Okay,
That's a
sorry. Okay. Sorry. Missing the Robin stuff.
Have you got a list of these suburbs? Because you didn't type them out.
It's got a link.
There's a link.
There's a lot of them.
I don't have the link, but we have a link. So Tabs will read these out.
Randburg's huge.
You can walk across it in a day. Did you know that?
Yeah. Have you been to the cemetery?
So some of the alternative names before Randburg was Fairydale.
Oh, gosh, they lost that name. Damn it.
Ego, and Zuriel.
Zuriel.
Very weird.
Makes sense because obviously we've got the big zoo here.
It's not spelled that way. Z-U.
Makes sense because obviously we don't know how to spell zoo.
Fairydale. I think we should call it Fairydale from now on.
Let's not. Let's stick to Randburg because otherwise we'll confuse people. So yeah.
Okay.
So any 10 suburbs for half a point each. All right. I don't know how much time we need to give for this. It would take me a long time to write out 10 suburbs.
No, you're giving too much time to actually Google it. So just next one.
Yeah, you can go.
Well, it's fine if they're Googling it, then they're only cheating themselves. Only satisfying themselves. What do you call somebody who only satisfies himself? I was supposed to ask you this in the beginning.
Oh, masochist.
Okay.
That's not really what you call somebody who satisfies themselves, but that's fine. If this does come up in a test and you write that, then you probably are a masochist. Question 4.
What's the right answer?
A wanker was what I was going for.
Ah!
Question 4. Ferndale on Republic was previously known as the Brightwater Commons. What was it called before that? Now, anybody whose ID number starts with 7 or below should know this. Because I still call it by this name, even though it is now Ferndale on Republic. I still call it by its original name. So Ferndale on Republic was previously known as the Brightwater Commons. What was it called before that? And it was wonderful. There was a big body of water in the middle, and you could go to Morgan's Cat and then add more liquid to the water in the middle.
Flea market was there.
The whole place, the flea market. No, the flea market, was it there? Yes, it was.
Yes, right at the bottom. No, man, bottom.
Where the stuff shop is now.
Yes.
Yes.
And the gym.
And the gym. No, man, the gym's up at the top.
Dumbass.
Sorry. I need to hit this mute more often.
See how he treats me.
Shut up. I mean, love you, Bunny. Having a domestic here. Tell me how many people are. I'm going to have to
Question 5 is quite a tough one. This is for 4 points. The area that is today known as Randburg was formed by which 4 farms? So there were 4 farms which make up Randburg. I didn't know this. This is, if you know this one, you're very smart. So what were the 4 farms that today make up Randburg? 1 point for each correct answer.
Albert's Farm.
Albert's Farm is not even in Randburg. That's.
I'm just taking a guess, okay? Fonty Farm or Forty Farm?
There must have been quite a lot of French influence there, because like Fontainebleau and Bordeaux. French names.
There was. So that one of the founders came from Bordeaux.
From Bordeaux in France. I wonder if it was Robert van Tonder. He was the guy who pushed for Randburg. Yes. So what were the 4 farms that were where Randburg is today? Question 6. Which Randburg-based mall was the first mall built in South Africa?
Oh,
Okay.
Robin.
Well, you nearly said it. No
And
answers
then
in the comments.
the comments.
Which
So-
Randburg-based mall was the first mall built in South Africa? I'll give you a hint. It's not Ferndale on Republic.
And it's not the Spar.
Not the Robindale Spa. Is that even a mall? It's like there's the spa and a bottle store and a Taste Neighbour right there.
That's no the Taste Neighbour. There's a cat box now. Eh?
No, there's not. There's only Striped Bunny.
There's only Striped Bunny, which you can order from online, and they'll deliver to you if you're in the Randburg area.
Otherwise, I might make the Impala place in Northcliffe.
Good. Steady, you two. Okay, so question 6 was which Randburg-based mall was the first mall built in South Africa? Question 7, once again, for those of us whose ID numbers start with 7 or below, what were the roads Beyers-Naudé and Malibongwe previously known as? So,
don't post your comments.
yes, don't.
I mean, answers in the comments. Winnie Madikizela, isn't
No.
it like the new one that's coming out now?
That's a squash camp. These were like Boer generals and former presidents, prime ministers. I'm not sure. So yes, Beyers-Naudé and Malibongwe. What were those roads formerly known as? Question 8. It's not in Randburg as far as I know, but it is a site we're all very familiar with. What is Aasvoll Kop most commonly known as? So depending on your Afrikaans, it's actually vulture's head is the English, not Aasvoll.
I was just getting the ASL parts right.
So what is Aasvoll? We need to talk about your spelling as well. Aasvoll Kop, most commonly known, more commonly known as.
My Afrikaans is not great as a Brit.
It's
That's the
it's
gay
because you went
resort.
to it's what?
Is that the gay nudist
Oh,
resort?
the gay nudist resort.
Aasvoll Kop. Yeah, well, that would be
But could work. Might be up on that hill.
okay. So then, question 9. I was going to change it, but I'm going to stick to it. What is the name of the river that flows through the Rand Park golf course?
Is it a sewage line?
It is not a sewage line. It is a proper river that runs through the golf course in Rand Park. Sometimes it runs into my garden because
And in our house.
and into our house, which is loads of fun.
And lots of sewage at some stage.
There's 3 rivers that converge just before the golf course, and then they form one river that flows into another river, that flows to another, and then flows into the sea.
No, man.
There was a dude when we had one of those markets outside our house, those pop-up markets. There was a guy who came down and he told us very enthusiastically, he said, "You see this river here? It actually flows all the way down to Mozambique." And I was like, "Yeah, it actually flows as far as the Indian Ocean if you take the time, because that's what rivers do. They flow into the ocean." But he didn't.
Sure, this goes to Hartbeespoort Swamp. I mean, dam.
Damn.
Swamp.
I think it does, but eventually it does end up in the ocean. That's what happens. So what is the name of the river that flows through the Rand Park golf course? All right, and it's not a sewage.
There was so much shit going into that.
It smells like it, and someday there was a sewage line that broke,
Exactly.
and then they destroyed our palisade fence while they were fixing it. But we've since restored that palisade fence because the RRA is an amazing organization.
Go
Not that we're competitive or anything.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
Gretchen
just
has
had-
asked to repeat
Yeah,
question
resident,
4.
you know.
Question 4 for Gretchen Mayer is Ferndale on Republic was previously known as the Brightwater Commons. What was it called before that?
Gretchen, are you Gretchen from Blegauri?
No, she's Gretchen from Randburg.
I think
She's
she means Blackberry Primary.
Shut up.
Have
Okay.
another glass of wine, Evan.
So now the musical question isn't necessarily about Randburg, but
No.
the guys in the band do live in Randburg, so that counts. And that's a big clue as well.
Yay! Hi, Gretchen.
It is Gretchen from Blackberry. So there you go.
All right, are you ready?
Okay, our final question for this quiz. We would like the artist and song title, please. Okay. There we go. Let's play it again, just for the kids from Mondial. All right, so we want the song title and the artist, please. Don't feel left out. Irvin, the Mondial also had some famous singers.
No,
Patricia-
I met him a few days ago, a few months ago, Arjon and I, at, I don't know if Annalie and Deval are on tonight, but I met them at their house when we were doing like.
If you're talking about that,
Mm-mm.
no answers in the comment section, please. Oh, you
No.
meant you give the answers.
No, I didn't give the answer. I just
Yes.
met.
The people. No, but I was
Yeah.
saying Mondial's got famous singers as well. You've got Patricia Lewis.
Yeah, old Patsy.
She does that thing. Hair extensions. And famous for coming second in Celebrity MasterChef. Yes.
You go first.
We won't talk about it, but it was obviously me. Right. So did anybody miss any of the questions? We will repeat them. Otherwise, we'll get to the answers and you can find out how little you or much you know about your hometown.
Question 5, please.
Question 5. Who was asking for question 5?
Andre Smith.
Andre, question 5 is the area today known as Randburg was formed by which 4 farms? So there were 4 farms that now make up Randburg. What were their names? There we go. Does anybody else want me to repeat any other questions?
I just want to say I've got people still messaging me answers. If you want to send me your, don't message answers. Send me a round 1. Send me your scores. Thank you, love. Send me your scores. Round 1, 2, 3. Shut up. Or total scores at the end. I don't need to know everything. It's just like too much now, people.
We do understand it is quite tough when English is not your mother's tongue. So obviously, even being not English first language, we get it. It's all good.
Going from the south, it's like hectic. Eh? Tabitha will know.
I ran away
If you come from the south, your first language is Murmaka. Okay, cool. So should we get to the answers? Is everybody happy?
Oh, Senior Povey has gotten some jokes.
People have 4 fathers. Randburg has 4 farms.
Go, John. Love it.
Yes. Just for those of you who are wondering, my friend Alice Surridge would like everyone to know that she has an air fryer.
If you don't have an air fryer,
It is important. It is quite important if you have an air fryer that you tell everyone. So the toughest thing about if you do CrossFit and you have an air fryer and you're a vegan, what do you talk about first?
And you went to Rhodes.
Oh, well, nobody went to Rhodes anymore.
Nobody goes anywhere anymore. Okay.
Yeah, so Alice has an air fryer. If any of you want to know how she cooked her dinner tonight, It was an air fryer. She warmed up her hot water bottle in the air fryer, and when she said goodnight to her children, she did it with the air fryer. Let's.
She cooked the kids in the air fryer. What?
She's got a Wi-Fi air fryer.
She has a Wi-Fi air fryer. So even when she searched Pornhub, air fryer came up, and she was happy with it. She was happy.
There's been lots of blows going up.
She was happy with her air fryer. Okay. So question 1: when was Randburg founded? It was founded. Do you want to hazard a guess there, Mr. Salmons?
1942.
You would be close if
wouldn't
we
even be that
extended
close,
the
no.
years quite a lot, but it was actually 1959.
Oh, okay.
So if you got, we said we'd give you within 5 years. So in other words, if you got anywhere from 1954, thank you, but to 1964, we will give it to you. So
5 years, not 10 years.
no, we said 5 years either way.
Okay, that's that one. Oops.
See, there's the Mondial maths coming out.
That's fine. He did biology, but not as a subject. Yes, so Randburg was founded in 1959. So if you've got anything from 1954 to 1964, we will give it to you. It was established as a town in 1959 as the amalgamation of 32 suburbs, which is the answer to our next question, northwest of Johannesburg. Although economically linked to Johannesburg, residents chose to create their own town council. It was a guy called Robert van Tonder, if memory serves me correctly. He only died like a few years ago. Question 2, how many suburbs make up Randburg? The answer is 32.
Air fryer.
That's not going to make sense to anyone who didn't watch last night's quiz.
No.
So the answer to question 2 is 32 suburbs make up Randburg. Question,
25.
yes, so if you got anywhere from 27 to 37, then we'll give it to you. That's how many suburbs make up Randburg. Question 3. Name 10 suburbs, not counting the Robbins, Rand Park, or Fontainebleau. Do you want me to read it? Or are you going to read it?
I'll read it. It's fine.
Okay.
So
I'm a
just-
ventriloquist. Listen to me read.
I'm actually going to read all of them out. Some of them have subsequently been subdivided again, so it does sound like there's more. If you've got any that are not on my list, put them in the comment section. I'll tell you if they are or not. Okay, so we've got Fontainebleau, Rand Park Ridge, Jack and Lee, Windsor East, Windsor West, Windsor Glen, Robin Hills, Robindale, Robin Acre, Blair Gowrie, Bordeaux, Raterhof, Ferndale, Stratham Park, Kensington B, President Ridge, Prochville, Melanhof, Kelland, Kelly Ridge, Blackheath, Barario, Aldara Park, Olivedale, North Riding, Northwold, Yuxgate Park, Fairlands, Cresta, Barario, Moret, and Brian Brink. Woo!
Okay, I'm going to repeat those.
For
those of you who didn't take BioPlus this morning, we did say excluding the Robbins, Rand Park,
Yeah,
or
I
Fontainebleau.
know. I just wrote them all out.
So we won't include those first 2, but it is Jack and Lee, Windsor East, Windsor Glen. Does Windsor West?
Windsor East, Windsor West, Windsor Glen.
Okay, that's why there's you'd swear.
Windsor Glen, that's hockey, hey? That's
Windsor
only
Glen
like
is at the top of the RRA, which is
We
a
also-
wonderful.
We have
outside. It's also a bit like exclusive and cordon off, so don't get all fancy, okay? We also got like cordon off section.
Sure you do. Blairgowrie, Bordeaux, Raterhof, Ferndale, Stratham Park, Kensington B, President Ridge, Pragueville, Melanhof, Kelland, Kelly Ridge, never heard of that place, and Blackheath, Barario, Aldara Park, Olivedale, North Riding, North World, Yuxgate Park, Fairlands, Cresta, Barario, Moret, and Brian Brunk. So half a point for each correct one that you got.
Yo.
If you put Linden,
Roosevelt Park
would be wrong. Roosevelt Park is part of Johannesburg.
No.
Sorry, Charmaine.
as is Albert's Farm. In fact, the border of Randburg, I think, is Linden is on the border. If
Yeah,
memory
Linden's
serves
on
me.
the border. So
correctly.
Aldara Park is in Randburg, but Linden is not. Rizzydale is not. Montreux is not.
Okay, so we're not going to name every suburb that's not part of Randburg. Otherwise, we'll be here for a long time.
Darrenwood is part of Randburg.
Yes, Darrenwood is.
But if you are driving up Malibongwe Drive, you'll see a sign that says "Welcome to Randburg," and that's when you know that life is much better.
I don't even know where Kelly Ridge is.
If you want to know where Kelly Ridge is, there's an app on your phone called Waze. Emmarentia is not part of Randburg.
So
It would be really weird because it's the other side of Linden. So I think, did we say Darrenwood is?
Oh, Kelly Ridge is just past Bromhof. So between Brom and Northwold.
No, Darrenwood is on the opposite side of Judges.
Yeah, Darrenwood is part of it.
So Darrenwood, we didn't read out. I don't know why.
No, it is on there.
No, it's not.
It should be.
And one to all.
I wrote it on here.
Darrenwood's not there. Bromhof is not there.
Bromhof is on here.
Show me where. And Boskrane is not there.
Oh, then yeah, okay. So Boskrane, Bromhof. Maybe I didn't write everything down. That's what I did. Sorry, my mistake. So okay, so the large,
a very ambitious question.
so the large areas are Aldara Park, Blairgowrie, Bordeaux, Boskrane, Bromhof, Cresta, Darrenwood, Fairlands, Ferndale, Yuxley Park, Kensington B, Melantorf, North Riding, Northwold, Olivedale, Rampart Ridge, Robindale, Robin Hills, Windsor East, Windsor West. And
Pine Park?
ones.
No.
Okay. What is Pine Park? Veltevreden is part of Roodepoort, so no, it's not part of Randburg.
Pine Park, no. Hold on. Give me a second. Yes, go Pine Park. Yes.
Pine Park. Cup.
We have such a professional team of like people.
Veltevreden is not.
Okay.
Roodepoort, Pine Park's actually part of Joburg. It's too close to Melville.
Yes. So anything beyond Linden, such as Emmarentia, just counts as not.
Anything that was not mentioned in your answers does not exist as part of Randburg.
Exactly.
There we go.
If we did miss out, like a fair chunk, like Ferndale would have been a suburb. We
write it down.
we should have maybe mentioned
It's on the list.
because it's a big one. So
On
so
the
is
list.
Boskrane, Bromhof. Anyway, we're going to move on. Ferndale on Republic was previously known as the Brightwater Commons. What was it called before that? It was called the Randburg Waterfront. Everybody should know that.
There's a question here. Silver Pine. Silver Pine's a road in Melantorf, so yes, it does count.
It's not a suburb, though.
Not a suburb.
No, sorry. It's in here, but it's not a suburb.
Okay, so that was a very ambitious question to ask.
But now we know Randburg a bit better.
Boy, do we know Randburg a bit better. Yes. So
Lots of
the answer to question 4 was the Randburg waterfront. Question 5, the 4 farms which make up what is now known as Randburg: Klipfontein, Driefontein, Leeuwenhout-Spoort, and Boskop.
Would never have got that.
Not in a million years. So
No.
if you got those 4 correct.
But on that note,
Mhm.
Robin Hills and Robindale have 2 of the original farmhouses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Just-
For the RRA, we got a bit of history and heritage here. Just saying.
We have a golf course.
All right. We have a golf. That's what really counts. And we don't have an original farmhouse. We've got a windmill on Raby Street, and it pumps coffee. If you've never been there, it's
Not in our
Izzy's.
area, though.
Yes, it is. That's what it's
Not the
That-
RRA.
It's the wrong
it doesn't-
side.
Okay, so the answer was Klipfontein, Driefontein, Leeuwenhout-Spoort, and Boskop. So those are the 4 farms that were made up the original Randburg area. Then, which Randburg-based mall was first built in South Africa?
Was the first mall.
With the first mall. Did I say first built in South Africa? Of course, it was first built in South Africa. It'd be weird if it was built in China and imported. So yes, which Randburg-based mall was the first mall built in South Africa? The Sunlight Centre, now known as Randburg Square.
Oh, really? I was going to say Cresta.
Cresta would have been a cool answer, but I think Cresta's only about as old as like we are. So I think the Sunlight Centre is a lot older. Yes. So the Sunlight Centre is the answer to question 6. Question 7. The roads Beyersnodere and Malibongwe, what were they previously known as? It was DF Milan
and
Strydom.
Yay! Not that old yet.
Did you not know those two?
It was before Urban's time in Randburg.
Yeah, it was before my time in Randburg. You know, my parents didn't come running through this area. It was like bad.
So you're like the only person in the world who's excited to not know the answer to a question. Yes. So DF Milan and Hans Strydom. Now the next question, I could be wrong because apparently it is part of Randburg, according to people who live there. So what is Aasvolkop more commonly known as?
Pornhub.
Aasvolkop is what we all call Northcliffe Hill. That is its official name, is Aasvolkop, Vulture's Head. I don't think there's been too many vultures there.
Why is my spelling incorrect?
Lately. I'm not sure. It just looks weird.
No, it's correct.
Maybe it's because there was no umlaut on the E. So Aasvolkop is more commonly known as Northcliffe Hill, which is also, it used to be, is it still a place where a lot of babies are made?
Too many cameras now.
Did you know? You grew up
people dying and
brushing your teeth. That is a nice place. There's a water tower there, so you do want to brush your teeth.
So this is an interesting thing. So obviously it originates from the Dutch Vulture Hill, and this name arose from before the railway reached Johannesburg. Up to 1,000 wagons at a time were en route to cross the Vaal River. Drought-stricken oxen were then left on the road, and thousands of vultures gathered to feed on them. Aasvolkop was then far away from any habitation, and these vultures inhabited the area.
That's why it is Aasvolkop.
I'm sure those people in Randburg, in Northcliffe, are kind of thinking that the values of their wonderful houses are just going to go down.
Because they're vultures there.
Also, I don't think it's not just there's booms there now, so you can't like on a Friday. Yes, you can't just go up to the top there like back in the day.
Yeah, but people were getting killed up there.
You'll take like a lovely lady or whoever you fancy to the top of Northcliffe Hill, and then that was where you could like snog and stuff because it was cold.
Watch the sun go down.
Watch the sun go. I never went there when the sun was going. It was like 3 a.m.
Oh no. Maybe they put the booms up.
People bonking everywhere. It was brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah, so technically Pornhub. Right.
There's only one person who can say that Northcliffe is full of asses. And he looks at them all the time.
Yes, that is Daniel Surridge, the colorectal surgeon. Question 9. Which river runs through the Rand Park golf course? It is the Klein Yukskei. So there are 3 rivers that converge just before it.
I don't know what that is.
The Fairlands-Spruit, the something else, and then they all form the Klein Yukskei. And then when it rains, they run through my garden. It's great. So the Klein Yukskei is the answer to question 9. And then question 10, not as famous as Patricia Lewis, but who are the artist and title of the song for this piece of music?
They do, one used to live, 2 used to live in the area.
Yes.
Oh.
Their song is called Switch the Bluetooth On, Please.
holding back. I realize now my world's not flat. Open mind of open chord, open runways, open the doors to
So that depends, because I don't think we can listen to the entire thing because people have got to get to work at some point. It is Prime Circle, and I think the song is called Hello.
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 Hello. It's not
They
very-
remember Telkom used it as like their advert, but if you ever use Telkom, mobile, then you did that a lot. You're like hello, 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 hello.
There was no signal.
Yeah. So it's 1 mark for Prime Circle and 1 point for Hello. So add up your scores in that final round. Let's find out who the winners are. We're all winners, really, because we live in the fabulous area that is known as Randburg. And you're especially a winner if you're part of the RRRA.
Roar.
We'll give you that one. We'll just say you're a winner because you're close to the RRA.
Just because we're like a lot more fantastic than your residents are.
Well, you know.
Not a competition.
Shut up, it is.
We just we'll let you get away with that right now because there's a lot more of you than there are of us.
Okay.
But luckily, all our residents are winning the lucky draw. How crazy is that? Who would have thought? There are only 3 of us, and we've each won a prize. It's amazing. Sorry, I meant a random draw that hasn't happened yet.
Oh my God.
So Daniel said, what is this round out of? It doesn't matter what the round is out of, just special scores.
It
This one's
does.
out of 17.
It is out of 17. Keep in mind that the suburb names are half a point each. So that was 5 points for question 3, 4 points for question 5, 2 points for question 10.
Oh, God.
Very complicated. If you did functional maths, you're screwed right now.
So, I'm like really struggling with the residents just trying to report streetlights and potholes. And when they can't send that reference number through, I'm worried about these answers there.
That was a dig.
Cheek out of this stuff. It's a comedy quiz.
All right, there's a few
I
others
resigned as a chair this afternoon, and I said to the committee, I'm like resigning from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and then I'll sit back just because I don't know what's going to be said tonight. But my people love me, and I love my people.
Okay, so we've got a couple of them that are still missing who are potentially in the running.
Which teams are missing? Let's
The Steins.
the Steins or the Steins.
It's Karen.
The Bees.
Who?
So the 3 Bs.
Erasmi.
You know the 3
no,
Bs.
they're in. No,
What are
no.
the 3 Bs? Beers, babes, and rugby.
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Ronnie's in. It's almost like they're listening to me. At the seaside.
At the
That's probably,
seaside.
that's probably Stephen Povey. Because he's at the sea at the moment.
Is it Stephen Povey or John Povey? Is there like multiple Poveys?
Yes. Stephen's the son, John's the dad.
Oh, okay.
Stephen's at the sea, John's down the road.
No,
I'm not
we'd
getting
go
any-
visit curfew. So we can't.
So I need the Styans. Styane. Whoever you are. And the 3 Bs.
Okay, well, should we start with the random draws, or do you want to go to who the winners are right away?
We can do let's do one draw. Let's do one.
Let's do a draw. What are we going to draw first?
Okay, let's see. There are 4 quiz teams that never submitted answers. So I'm taking them out. So Irvin, I need you to give me a number between 29 and 3.
Not 69.
No, that is not between 29 and 3. That is between 2 people, and it is a beautiful thing.
And should we do the coffee mugs. Let's do the coffee mugs.
Let's do that coffee mug set to the value of 250 rands, very kindly donated by John Povey, who is the treasurer for the RRRA.
Gotta get this right, guys. Come on now.
Okay.
Embarrassing.
Number
Between 29 and 3.
29. Yeah.
Between 3 and 29 or 29 and 3?
Well, 3 and 29.
What? Either or. You
Stop
choose.
complicating it.
17.
17.
That is crime from shutdown chat.
Crime from Shutdown Chat. Congratulations. You are the winner of that fantastic coffee mug set to the value of 250 rands. And just because we are crazy, we will throw in a free sachet of sugar that you can enjoy with your coffee in these mugs.
Who is that? Your number on the group, please. Or no, put your hand up if it's you.
Put your hand up if it's you. Otherwise, just send us a comment and we'll get hold of you so we can deliver you your coffee mug set, which is worth 250 South African rands. We'll deliver it free of charge because hopefully you live within like 3 kilometers of us.
And where's
In fact, I'll
delivered?
have it now. We've got some time before curfew. We could probably make it to your house and
No,
back.
curfew was 9.
Oh, crap. Well, we won't
No.
deliver it now. 4 o'clock in the morning, we'll be there.
Okay, so I've got the winners because I don't think anyone else is in the running right now.
All right. So, should we say, do you want to put the winners down in the top 3?
Right.
Who are the Randburg superstars? The Robin Hills, Robin Dale, Robin Acres. Jack and Lee.
In our area.
I beg your pardon?
Robin Acres is like the wrong side of our area. But we love them.
But I noticed you included Jack and Lee, but aren't they like an area to themselves? They've got a big gate that keeps the Robin Hills people out.
No. Jack and Lee's just one road at Central Avenue. Like literally one road.
What is the area called where they've got their big gate?
And there's 3. Yvette.
Vet. Hate those people. All right.
Richard
In-
Avenue. Another one.
In third place with a fantastic score of 29 points. Coming all the way from Randburg, Northcliffe Hill. The Surridges.
Yay!
Yay, the Surridges.
Well done, you guys. Before we do the next one, let's do a random draw.
Let's do a random draw.
Hold on. I'm just going to mix the numbers up a little bit.
What are we drawing for?
I don't know. What do you fancy?
Let us say this one can be for the Stripe Bunny Pet Food Hamper, courtesy of Stripe Bunny's Pet Emporium. Visit our Facebook page, like it. You'll make your life so much better. Also, go to stripebunny.co.za and you can order your pet food and it will be delivered to your door, probably within a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Stripe
Pick a
Bunny.
number between 3 and 27, please.
Are you talking to me or Irvin?
Irvin.
A number between 3 and 27.
21.
21.
The Old Povies.
The Old Povies, congratulations. You win that Stripe Bunny Pet Food Hamper. Remember, it's not just pet food. It's dog beds, treats, it's hooves, it's cat food. Whatever you want for your little furry friend, Stripe Bunny Pet Emporium can supply it with a smile. And if you live in the Randburg area, they'll deliver it to you free of charge. Possibly even on a mountain bike with a basket in front, which makes me very happy. Especially if you live all the way up the hill in Robin Hills. That'll make me so happy.
Right, I'm just mixing them up again.
Okay. In second place with a score of 31 points, it was the Nut Team. Well done, the Nut Team.
Bye.
Who was the Nut Team? But I don't know. They did great. Well done.
That must be Tanya. There's only one nut in this neighborhood.
There's a few.
No. Well, there's a few nuts, but I mean, Tanya's the only nut. NUTT.
Maggie Brink was the one who got the coffee cups. Wasn't she? Where were you from? You were from Santon or something, Maggie. I remember you being from somewhere strange.
Mickey came from.
I'm just going back in the comments, but never mind. Let's move on. It doesn't really
Bordeaux
matter.
South.
Bordeaux South. We'll come and drop off your mugs and go to the bike park with like 6 liters of sanitizer for the jungle gym.
Fantastic. Right. I need a number between 3 and 27. Go.
I'm going to do this one.
What are we giving away?
This one, we're going to give away that hamper
Which hamper?
from Staghorn and Picture.
Okay.
It's a hamper that'll make your garden look amazing.
Or it's pretty.
Or it's pretty. So it could even be urban. A book of vouchers for 10 minutes of urban loving.
Oh my God. Okay. Between
Gonna
3
be a big one.
Number 6.
It's the birthday boy, whoever that might be.
The birthday boy, congratulations. You win a hamper of staghorn and pitcher.
Big birthday present.
Who's that?
How do you know?
I'll find out in a second.
Okay, I think I'm going to say that our winner for this evening wins that 600 Rand voucher from Norma & Co. Caterers.
Oh, that'll be a good one. Yeah.
That is a fantastic prize. And our winners with an amazing score of 32 points, very smart, are the Smiths. Congratulations, the Smiths.
Hey,
Of the Rand, the Robin Rand Rate Rot Ribbing, really amazing association. Very big comedy. You win a 600 Rand voucher. Thank you very much to Nanyata Siyaya for the Norma & Co. Caterers. Well done, guys. And then our final lucky draw.
Okay, I'm just mixing it up again.
And while Tabs is mixing it up, I just want to say how's it to Trevor Redlinghuis. And we've been watching you on Facebook, Trevor. You've been cooking some amazing things. Like he's a chef. He's a Liverpool supporter. He's an all-round nice guy. So how's it, Trevor? Nice to see you.
Liverpool supporter.
Okay, so what is it? It's the
it is the 500 Ron's Visio hair voucher.
Okay.
Which this is the one I was kind of hoping for, but it's fine.
So we need a number between 3 and 27.
Who's picking?
You're picking.
Oh,
You just couldn't pick your own one. You couldn't give away your own stat.
69. Oh, fuck, 327. 11.
11.
Ronnie.
Good old Ronnie. Ronnie, congratulations, Ronnie.
Strom. She's got a lot of hair.
So Ronnie, congratulations. You win that 500 Rand Visio hair voucher. I have to say, though, like, without taking away from the amazing prize, thank you very much, Nanyata. It blows my mind, as men, we can get a haircut if you can't afford your own clippers. Or if you haven't bought your own clippers, I should rather say. You can go get your haircut at the guys on the corner of Robbie and Republic for like $50 or whatever it is. For women, you go and somebody washes your hair and then brushes it for you, and they charge you like 780 Rand.
Oh, no,
if you want them to cut it in a straight line, it's another 9,000.
And just adding like a few of those foils. Like I've never been to. It's like ridiculous. Like people sit there with foils in their hair, and it's like stacked. I don't know how they do it. Like 3,500 Rand later, I'm like, what?
And then they call it highlights. They call it like that's a highlight. For me, paying 3,000 Rand to have foil in your hair is a highlight.
Then they blow it, and you just like see the COVID blowing everywhere.
No, I have to admit, I have paid a lot of money to blow before. Back in the day where I had more hair.
Okay, I think it's time to say goodnight.
Anyway, I was talking about hair still. But guys, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for being part of the RRRA or whichever residents association you are part of. And the more people joining residents associations, the better our lives will be. And thank you for listening to the Very Big Comedy Quiz.
Like our page,
like our page. We do this mostly during lockdown.
If Uncle Cyril extends on Sunday, we might do another one next week.
Yes, we very well might. But we might run out of rum. So if anybody wants to sponsor a bottle of Tipo Tinto as a prize, that would be amazing as well. So thanks for joining us. Thank you very much to Irvin for co-hosting.
Kids parties and corporate.
She jokes that we're available for kids parties, but we do a kiddies quiz as well. So thanks very much, guys. Thank you for having us. And we look forward to seeing you on the mean streets of Randburg soon, except if you come to our area, which is far safer than the rest.
No, bad advertising, Chris Forrest. You're fired.
I think you just sounded like something out of Exorcist, Mr. Salmons, but we'll catch you soon. Thanks very much, guys. And
thank you, guys. Appreciate